Hello guys, welcome to a new video here in JS Education. My name is Carlos Santana and this is the video number 19 for the course Developing a Headless CMS with TypeScript and GraphQL. So let's start. So the first thing we need to do is, as always, update our packages in our front end and back end. So make sure you are copying the versions you are seeing on my terminal so you can avoid any issues. And then you install those. Okay, so the first file we need to create is on backend, and we're going to create a new file called .env.example, which basically is gonna be this file with some data related to our database and our security secret key. Normally this is because as you remember, like we have the database configuration in our config.json, and we are committing this file exposing passwords and access that we should not expose. So that's why these env files basically are for a little bit of more protection. So what we need to do is, on this config.json, we are going to remove the db node, and this env file, you need to save it as on backend. Just remove the .example and need to save it like .env. And then we are going to use the data we have here. So we are going, we already have Postgres, the port 5432, host, localhost, my database content API. You should put the database you have there. Username is Santani, and password 128. Okay. And then the secret key, this one, you should put this part, but keep this this secret key node here empty, because later we are going to like put the value in there. Okay, so once you do that, now we have to go to config index file. And okay, so the first thing is that you need to install on the backend the package called .env, npm install .env. And then we need to import this dependency in your index, and then we are going to load the .env bars doing .env.config. So your .env file needs to be on the root of the backend in order to work. And then our port, instead of being a number, is going to change to be a string, because basically all the data we are receiving now is a string. So now the way we are getting those variables are from process.env here. So basically we are going to get all of this data. And instead of receiving the db constant from the config, we are going to create our db constant directly and then passing all the values we are seeing here. Okay, so now we just get the the security and the server from config, but then we need to rewrite the security secret key with the security secret key constant that we pull from that .env file. Okay, so after that, also we will install on the backend a package for MySQL too. This is because some people ask me like if this project only runs on Postgre. So it runs on any database, basically. If you have any database like MySQL or Postgre or any other installed in your computer, you just need to install the correct package to handle that database, and basically SQLize is going to handle that. Okay, so Then we need to copy this security secret key, and then we need to go to the front end, and we are going to create the same file .env.example. And here you put this, just the security secret key empty, and then when you save it without example and just .env on the front end, you need to put the value here. It needs to be the same value, the same secret key that you have on the front end, the same secret key you have on the back end, because we are using on the back end the secret key to generate the tokens, the JW tokens, and save the cookie. And on the front end, we are using the same secret key to decrypt or get the token using the secret as well. Okay, so now you should go to next.config.js, and in the front end, you need to install a package called .m-webpack. So this is a specific version to work with Webpack. And basically, we are going to import .m from .m-webpack. Then you need to change your Webpack configuration here to receive the config, and then the second parameter if it's server. So basically we are going to say, okay, so the problem with .m is that basically works only on the server, right? So if we don't add this patch, we are going to get an error saying that fs function is not, it doesn't exist or something like that. So that's why when we are not on the server, basically we modify config.node, and then we initialize fs for the file system of node as empty. So this will fix that little bug. Okay, then here we put these comment aliases. Then on the plugins, you need to include new.m with silent true. And also on the front end, you need to install .emp. Okay, now if we go to declarations, I just made some small change on the height. I just increased it to 710 pixels. And then in the configuration config common, we are going to empty this secret key like this. So that's it. And then in the config index, you need to import .m like this, and basically you load .m like this, .m.config, the same. So it's going to look for the .m file you have on your front end. And after the interface, basically you are going to get the security secret key from process.emp, and you are going to update or modify the common security secret key with this value. So basically that's it. First, we are going to test like this. So I'm still using Postgre database. So you here, I'm using Postgres. So, okay, if we run the code, basically here, carlos.santana at dev.education 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, basically works. Everything works the same. We have our models. We have some fields. The change I made increasing the height is for this. It was a little bit close, this margin here. So now it's better. So it's working. So I installed MySQL. I mean, I'm not going to show you how to install MySQL on this video, but I guess like you are using probably PHP as well, and you have like some installations on MySQL. I'm basically here. Let me remove this schema or database. And then we are going to create a new database, right? Like create database content PI. Okay. So it's here, it's empty, it's clean. And now if we go here, we can say, oh, we want MySQL. And then the port is gonna be, I think it's 3306. Let me verify. 3306, okay. Host is localhost, the database is the same, content PI, the user is root, and my password is 128. So if I restart the backend, it should create the same databases now that I have MySQL. So if I refresh, you will see that now I have my tables here, and then you can select here. I have my default user and everything. And then of course, if like we try to grade this thing or go to dashboard, it's going to log out, and then we can do a new login. So now we are using MySQL, right? So that education 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's empty, so we can create our first application. Everything works the same. Then we create a new model, post. The only issue I'm seeing probably is that the declarations are not being inserted like in order, but I mean, it's not like a big deal. Still, we can add some order field probably on this to like force the order, but I don't see that like a big problem. But as you see, pretty much is like it's worked the same. Doesn't matter if you are using MySQL, Postgre, or any other database. MySQLize is going to handle all of them. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you like it. It was very short. So if you have any question, remember that you can join our Slack community. The link is on the description. And if you really like our videos, please help me to share those videos with your friends and subscribe to this new channel. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time, and see you on the next video. Bye.